with my with vlogs. And in today's live stream, I'll be talking about why you should never give up on your goals. Okay, so stay tuned all the way to the end of this live stream, and we're gonna get you some more heads up on why you should stay positive on your goals, why you should never give up on them. And if you're new to the channel, please be a subscriber because we're looking to hit the limit goal of 1,000 subs in a short space of time. So just get yourself ready, pull your glass, pull your drinks, take a seat, relax. If you're on holiday right now, just relax. Want to look at this live stream. It's gonna be turned to a video soon, and I guess as much you're gonna love what's going on. So if you're a new person here and you want to subscribe, it's cool. Okay, so in today's live stream, as I said, we'll be talking about why you should never give up on your goals. Okay, so and first of all, I can say goals are like dreams. Goals are like dreams that persons create into your head, into your mind. You actually put these things into reality form just by beginning into your mind. So experience wise when it comes to not giving up on your goals, not giving up on your dreams is even bigger stuff that persons may want to get themselves, I can say, fully focused on. So why you should never give up on your goals or your dreams, however you want to call it. So the reason why you should never ever give up on these things is because that is what's going to determine what you become in the future, where you're going to stand, what amount of stuff that you're going to achieve, how you're going to achieve those stuff. It's not just like you just wake up and you just doing any crazy stuff. So goals or dreams are something that you have a passion to do, something that you will do any time of the day, as I would say to most persons into my videos. That if you choose a niche, if you choose any stuff like that, always choose things that is comfortable to you, something that you can do, something that you love doing, not something that you're just gonna do because it should be something that you really love to do. So don't give up on your goals and your dreams, even if you're old, even if you're young, even if you're younger, even if you're just starting up, don't quit the goals. So I will say life has many challenges which will be faced as a young person. And most young persons who are pursuing goals and dreams and have visions to do stuff in life will always meet that part in life. You will always meet that part where you're going to be able to pass through some hardship. You may want to know what's your next move. Things may not go the way that you expect it to go, but that is how it is being played for everyone, not just one person. Because in the case that most persons think that they are the only ones maybe going through situation at times whenever you decide to pursue a dream or a goal. The whole fact I can say is like why persons give up on goals and dreams is because most persons will say that they don't got any supporters, any persons to continue boosting them or giving them that encouragement to go. But what I will say on this is that if you are getting into any business, whether it be business in business wise or content creation wise, or even if you want to start content creation in any platform, usually what should give you your boost to go is your channel itself. So if you're doing YouTube first, for say, a lot of persons are halving out of YouTube because they find YouTube is very hard, right? Because when it comes to building, TikTok is even way more easier because when it comes to getting monetized, it is easier to get monetized on TikTok. But to make the dollars is maybe a little bit more difficult. But when it comes to making something, persons will actually put YouTube on the side because it takes long. But if you want to not give up on your goals as a content creator or in any business person in any field whatsoever, Actually look at your progress, look at the little progress that you're making, and give yourself motivation. So if you have made a video that is actually had the first video actually had 10 persons viewed it, then that is 10% that actually love your content. And by making more contents, you're gonna actually like give yourself the task that okay, since I've made 10 persons love my content, I'm gonna try to make 20 persons love my content or 30%. And every time you do it, see it as a way to better your content, better yourself, build up your goals, and actually continue moving. Because your goals are gonna what take you into the future. That is what's gonna take you from point A to point B. That is what's gonna make you come from maybe a poverty-tional state to an actually good lifestyle. You may not be rich, but maybe middle class, maybe something that you can live on comfortably with your life and feel happy. So do not give up on your goals. Times are gonna get rough, times are gonna get tough, things are gonna get hard, I guess as much. And giving up is never the option because many persons think that if I give up now, then it feels easy because when you give up, you feel happy. It makes you feel okay, I don't have to pursue that again, or I don't have to go through that again. So you just give it up because it comes with pain or it comes with sorrow. But out of every person that has been successful, the story of every successful person that has never given up can share a relation similarly with a story by saying that at times that they wanted to, at times that they decided to, and something just kept them going. And this is what the whole reason of most persons becoming successful today is because they stick to what they were doing. They stick to what they actually love, even though the hardship came, even though it seems like it's going to end, or even though they don't feel like actually pursuing, they still stay and pursue. And later on, it played out for them. And I have seen that within my well, content creation, even businesses, because if you stay into it, you're going to see later on it's going to actually work out for you. Yes, there are certain business that's going to take off as you hit the flow if you're in good market, if it's something new on the market also, if it's in a good populated area or your country has enough support, currencies are running fine, government's system is actually working the way it should, then it's going to take off in less than no time. But for young persons, it is kind of hard for young persons to develop that path where they should understand how things work and what amount of things actually you have to put yourself in one place to actually start making things happen. So don't give up on your goals, don't give up on your dreams. Nothing should make you give up on your goals or your dreams at no time in life. Because by the end of the day, I say it like this: if you will give up on your goals, then you give up on yourself, you give up on you, you give up on the dream you want to have in the future. Considering your age, if you're a young person, there is enough opportunities out here to be open to. There's a lot of things that you can actually do. There's a lot of things that you can come up with. There's a lot of creative ideas that you can take and turn into something that's going to be valuable for the whole world. And you're going to be someone successful one day. But if you give up on that, then that shows that later in the future, if you give up on your young days now, later in the future, you wouldn't have anything to actually, I can say, live on or live by because you already gave up on it. So it should be something that you put into place, something that you hold in, I can say, a, a cool tight hand. Because if you don't pursue, if you don't build dreams, if you don't build goals, if you don't accomplish them, if you don't put yourself into a position to better your life as you move on, then it's going to even get harder and harder as you get older and older. And this is what the world or your most young persons make mistakes in because they see it as I want to live my young life, and when my ageable time comes, I still want to have to accomplish, even if I didn't do anything. So don't be as any other person that you will know who are just, just getting out there or just doing crazy stuff and expect to have a better life in the future. Life is all about working for what you want. You start something, you keep to it, you believe in what you start, and you actually just continue moving on. And this is life in a nutshell. So it's not about doing something or giving up on something that you want to build. or it's not going the way that you want it to, and you just want to quit it. It shouldn't be something like this. It should be something where you yourself see a vision, see a light in what you're doing, and even if it doesn't pay off right now, it's going to pay off into the future. And patience is what's going to actually feed that bracket. And most young persons today, because I love speaking about young persons, is that why they do fail is because they don't got the patience. They don't got the time to put the effort and the energy and everything out there to wait for a moment to shine. But they will want to get into something that's going to give them success one time. And it's not just a small success. They will want to have a big success in life and you know, just a year time without any struggles, without any pain, without any separation, without any hardship in life. They will just want to get it just like that. But it's not like that. So real persons, real dream pursuers that is getting their goals across the board, or just plan and go, or you've just live in school, or you just live in university, and you're looking to actually pursue something in some area, then I would say to you, it is cool to do so, but make sure that you have your head on, make sure that you know what you're doing, make sure that what you're going to be doing is actually something that's going to help you, motivate you. It's something you love, it's something that you wouldn't give up on. And just by that motivation, just by that momentum, that's going to take you a very far place. So pick the dream, pick the goal, give it your best. Do not give up on any goals that you have started, whether it is something small, whether it's a job, because like most persons see business as business because it says business, but most persons don't see their job as a business because your job can be, how can I say, you can put your job under control in a way that it runs like a business. So you have to actually pay yourself, you have to actually pay your expenses, and you actually have to save something. It's the same thing with business. So most persons see that when you have business, it's just that an opportunity that you make more money when you're a business person. You make twice the money or you make three times the money in a short space of time. But if you're working also and you got a good job, you can manage your good job in a very good way that it's going to accumulate enough revenue for yourself. And also it's going to serve as a good business for you in the future. So do not give up on the goals. Pick something that you love, stick to it. No matter what comes, stick to it. No matter what hardship comes, stick to it because that is how you get successful. You have to actually go through some part of the ring. I guess as much as that is what life is actually throwing at every successful person. That even you have listened to the story of Vibes Carter, when I've listened to his story, when he said that how he actually started his success and how it were where he saw himself, the point of time that he actually wanted to give up. And actually, if he had given up by this time right now, he wouldn't have been the greatest dance artist, I guess. So this is stories that a lot of persons should actually hear. When persons hear about successful persons, they just want to hear how you become successful and how much effort behind the success. How did you become successful? What was the challenge? What was the road? What was the hardship? You know, persons don't really want to get involved in these things. They just want to get involved in you start something, now it's trending, and you're famous or you're making a lot of money. That is all that persons want to hear, and to them, it's going to be something great for them. But if you're really on the page of becoming a person that perceives your goals and want to see things happen in your life, you have to actually consider all the days that you pass through, the, the best days, the hard days, the good days, the bad days, the not so good days, the not so bad days, and you combine all these days. And by the end of this, this doesn't only makes you a successful business person, but it also gonna give you an opportunity to be maybe a life coach in the future, maybe a motivational speaker in the future, maybe a counselor in the future, to help persons get through works, even to be a manager. It puts a lot of opportunities when you go through the hardship, you understand how it works, and then you can give a good briefing on life, not just you just inherit something and you just start making money and you have no story to tell. it's gonna be even bad like this because why have a success and don't have a story? And this is what most of that's why actually there are journalists and other persons to actually take that part there because you want to actually pursue the goals directly, get it done, but then by the end of the day, if it just happened just like that, then you wouldn't have a story to actually give someone a motivation by. And this is why a lot of persons who actually just want to get things done as quick as possible actually maybe say end up failing because they don't want to go through the hardship. So the hardship is what's going to make you strong. The hardship is what's going to build you. The hardship is what's going to take you from point A to point B. And actually, you're going to be able to tell a story to most persons or anybody that you get in contact with. And they will be so happy to hear that it wasn't easy. It will never be easy. And even if you decide to pursue at whatever age, you don't expect an easy life. You expect something that's going to be really, really, really challenging, but yet for there's always hope. So life is not that hard. I guess as much I can say. Life is not that hard. It's we make wrong decisions at times, and this is what causes life to be hard for us because we make so much of wrong decisions in life that we doesn't even put ourselves or we doesn't even focus ourselves on what we really want, but we just run after a lot of different things that doesn't even have much value to us. So for the young persons that I always say, I want to actually reach out to a lot of young persons. You're all there, you're young, you're just heading out from school, you're just heading from colleges, universities, whatever it may be. My advice to you all is actually put a plan in place, put a goal in place, put something in place that's going to take you from one step to another step. Remember where you come from, remember the background, remember the life you lived, the way that you've been grown up. If you have came from a very poor background, remember all those things and keep focused on the goal. Keep focused on whatever you're doing. Don't just heave into something and then just stop it, or start being focused and then just stop being focused. Being focused is very hard. And for young persons, I know it's going to be challenging a lot for a lot of young persons, especially when it comes to being focused and actually making something happen in your life. It's going to be really challenging because you, every time you are about to put yourself on the right path, there's going to be something to at least either discourage you or to break you or to try to pull you down. But this shouldn't be any part for you to give up. So pick the goals, pick the dreams, put them together, build upon them, start your career. Because like when I started my career from just getting off of school, it was a whole story for itself because I actually had to go through a lot of different stuff to start building myself. And this is what young person should look into, building yourself from a very young age and building it up and up and up until you reach that criteria goal that you want to reach. Because if you don't build that, then later on in the future, 40, 50 years going down, you're going to see where you actually make all the mistakes. And there are going to be no more time to fix that. Only if you decide to at least give it a harder shot than before. So we got Stigma said, hi, I subbed. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the sub and like Sigma. Welcome to you. Big up. So even on the continuation of that, it is keep it going. Good luck. All right. Thank you, man. You're welcome. No problem, Sigma. So big up yourself. Feel you out there. Keep it real. All right. Have a good day too. Stay safe, man. So as I was saying, keep that stuff going. Do not end it. Do not end your career. Do not end it for persons. Because like a lot of young persons that I've interviewed, I have come across that part where it's because I give up because someone said that about me, or I give up because someone doesn't believe in me, or I give up because this person doesn't like the idea that I have, or something like this. This has nothing to do with anybody becoming successful. All what it takes to become successful is yourself. You need you, your whole passion. The reason why you chose the goal is because you know you can do it. You know that you can overcome it. You know that you can accomplish it anytime. You believe in that goal. That is why you chose it. So no one else don't have that power to say what you become or how far you reach in life. That determines by you. And If you allow persons to take that power away from you and just have you just roam the streets like that, then by the ending of the day, they're gonna be the ones to just laugh you and say, you were not colored for the job, or you were not in that harmony for that job. But you know what you want to choose. You know what you can do. You know your willpower, your self power, your self will, the amount you can go. You see in your head. That's so great to know that how our human nature is creative. That we already see the vision in our head that, okay, I want to become a successful person and I'm going to try YouTube. And you see that one day you're going to be a big person on YouTube, or one day you're going to be a big person on TikTok, or one day you're going to be a big person on Instagram, and you're going to be able to inspire a lot of persons. Before you even start creating your videos or taking your pictures, you already see that you're going to make it somewhere in life. And the way you see it, no one else can see the way you see it, because it all starts with you. So this is why don't matter what anyone say, what anyone do, or what anyone wants to do to you. This should never be a part where it should affect you. You should just keep focused. And as I always say to persons, mind your business. You know, keep the journey straight. Keep the journey straight. Mind your business. Do what you gotta do. Because by the ending of the day, this is for you. This is not for someone else. Your accomplishments is not going to be seen unless you pursued hard and they are the ones that just lay back and then your hard work is going to just taken and given to them. This is not going to happen at no time. Make sure that it is legit, that you accomplish things honestly and it is yours. Don't give up on your stuff. Don't let anyone talk you out of your stuff. Because by the end of the day, as I said, it is your future. It is a future that you will be building for yourself. That has nothing to do with anyone else. What other person has to say is what they will always say. Anywhere in the world that you go, there will always be someone or persons who may see your goals, see your abilities, and decide that they may not just like you or they may not like what you're doing because they believe that you has potential to make it happen. And anytime things happen like this, is because persons know that you have a potential to make something like this happen. And they don't have the potential, or either say everyone has the potential, but they don't believe in themselves the way you do. And instead of they look at you as an example to actually build a life, they're gonna just try to bring you down in any way. But don't let that stop you. Every young person has to go through that. As long as you pick a goal and a dream as a young person, you have to go through this thing. Even elderly persons that I interview also when it comes to business, because any business person I get in contact with, whether your business is growing or whether it's failing, I will ask questions, and they will say that it is all because they just don't see any way of giving up. They doesn't want to give up. They won't give up, but it is hard, and they have going to show you stories where they had little fight downs at time because they decided to do something different with their lives. Every person has a dream. No one should be feel left out. No one should be feel less. It's just that certain persons may not have the strong desire as other persons when it comes to pursuing their dreams. And this is why I've created my channel in the first place, to reach an audience out there that may need helps in that area, that may need a little boosting, a little talk to keep the strings and actually make them start pursuing their dreams or start picking a goal that they want to do. So if you got a YouTube channel, you got anything here, you have started something, it is there, you love what you're doing, and maybe you have stopped for some reason or you don't have the push, you don't have the motivation. This is why my channel is going to bring that to a lot of persons on live streams, where as videos I will try to bring it out as to my very best to make everyone feel that it is and it will happen because it's your dream. Because what I am saying for that fact is because I have been through something myself and I know what it's like. And if you're not strong, you're gonna just give up. And that is what it is. So to make persons not give up, to make persons not see themselves as falling into a ditch, this is what I'm gonna be doing for at least everyone. So as I said, every person out there in the world, worldwide, that has a goal, that has a dream, that has something that they want to offer to the world, and they believe that it's going to make a difference, pick it, put it into action, and start pursuing it one time. Age has nothing to do with your success. Something that most persons may not say to you is the younger you are, the better the opportunity you have to actually start being a successful person. The younger you are, the more access you have to being a successful person. The older you get is the less time you have to be a successful person. It's all to do with a strategy, it's all to do with how you place yourself, where you see yourself in the future, and where you actually is heading. So starting YouTube channels is, as I did for my other life, is not should be only focused on the returns from YouTube or the money that you can make from being a YouTuber or from being a blogger or from being someone, but it should be a help. So, okay, so you see your job as a help. That is what's gonna make you always want to wake up to do your job because you see it as you're gonna help someone in some other place. Someone somewhere is gonna need some advice. Your channel is gonna show up. They're gonna be curious and watch it, and they're gonna see that okay, whoa, that person is actually helping when it comes to building. I need some things like this. So you, it's like YouTube is gonna be bringing every support that person's in need when it comes to God, when it comes to serving God, when it comes to working, when it comes to making stuffs, when it comes to seeing places. has all these things, and I believe everyone is doing it because they want to showcase what they have, and they want other persons to feel motivated and continue with life. And it's a good thing. But by the end of the day, you should know what exactly you want with your life because it is your life, it's not someone else's life. So in this live stream, I am happy to know that there are persons who will be pursuing their dreams. There are persons who will be liking to actually start a goal. There are persons who are hyped right now, I believe, who have just finished up the schools or who are graduating right now because end of semester from high school, you you can't wait to get into the world of work to start earning some money and start living a life and start pursuing some stuffs and all of that. So it is always a good job. It's always a good dream because I was excited myself when I just finished off school and I was seeing that okay, it's time to work and it's time to be independent. It's time to earn yourself something and all of that. So it is a good. It is always going to be a good because when it comes to pursuing, it is always a good. It's just that most persons don't really understand or maybe they come out from a place where they understand what it is really like. But even from schools, as I will say, don't let anyone stir up your dreams. Don't let anyone discourage your future, lose your future. You're not even a teacher, like because all these are experiences that I went through, in school, out of school, and understanding how you can be discouraged anywhere. So don't feel that discouragement is going to come from persons on the outside. Discouragements can come from anywhere. It can come from family, it can come from schools, it can come from churches, it can come from anywhere that you are willing to do something with your life. Discouragements are going to be there. So don't keep these things as hindrance to you or don't make them get the best of your life. But my advice to you is make sure that you put yourself into a good place where you're going to be strong enough to overcome whatsoever person has to say, whether it be good, whether it be bad, whether it be not so good, not so bad. Just make sure that you have that part of yourself fully under control. And when persons see what you're doing, see how you can do, or see how good you do what you do, they're going to love to actually be a part of their life, strengthening themselves in somewhere to stick to the plan, have a goal, pursue it out, and actually just make something happen with their life. So life is all of I can say not a bit of roses, as person say. It is nice. You enjoy life as you roll. This is what's gonna actually help you more and more to grasp yourself into the bond of making what you had put into plan happen. So it won't just happen like this. You have to energize yourself. You have to have some happy moments. You have to have some sad moments, and you have to know how to balance yourself. And don't let anything get to you. even if it's gonna get to you, but don't let it get the best of you. So whatever gets to you is just what is gonna get to you. What to get the best of you or to make you give up, it shouldn't be a part of your life. Don't accept that. So this is what I will say for the short live here, and I will say big up to you all the persons that have joined in, and even the persons who is here passing through and listening. It is cool to know that you all are contact, and I'm very happy to actually be sharing all these informations with persons. Even I'll be sharing more information as I go when it comes to life, success, building yourself, and all of that, because I know there is persons out there that may need a little upliftment when it comes to these things. And even if you have what it takes, you just may need to hear someone say something to give you a little extra motivation to continue moving. And that is all what it takes to move in life. One person give an extra, another person give an extra, and just like that, things keep going. And persons start loving what is they're seeing. They start finding themselves in the right place, and just like this, things start happening. So here we're at the end of this live stream, and we're gonna bounce up again maybe later or tomorrow.